Hello everyone, Tina here. I hope your day is going wonderful. Thank you so much for joining me. Today we are breaking out the Glimmer hot foil system and we're going to create another Christmas card. This is from a new collection from Spellbinders. This is the Spellbinders Full Bloom Poinsettia. It's a hot foil plate and it creates a beautiful A2 background. It's part of the Glimmer for the Holidays collection, and we're going to color in our beautiful poinsettia. I don't know if you can tell on the plate, but it's really large poinsettia. We're going to color that in with the coordinating stencil. This is the layered full bloom poinsettia stencil, so it just makes creating really easy. I have my Glimmer machine heating up off to the side over here. I'm going to bring this in. And it's ready, actually ready to go. Tuck that. Actually accidentally pushed the start button, so I better get started. Let's put this on our machine here. The foil that I'm going to be using is a pewter, and it's, I always mention this is like a chocolatey brown. I think a gray would go really good with the card project that I'm making today too. So I'm going to trim down a piece of the foil. I'll take my foil, I'm going to put this face down here. And then I have a panel. This looks like a larger size panel, and it is because I created it to be the same size as my stencil. So it measures 4 3/4 inches wide by 6 inches tall. I'm going to place this on my platform. We'll add our sandwich. And I'm going to run this through my die cut machine. Okay. And we ran that through. Let's see what it looks like. Really pretty. It's not completely centered, and that's okay because I'm going to fussy cut around it. But isn't that so pretty? While my plate's still hot, I'm actually going to make one more. Now, as I did this, I don't know if you guys know, but I did do something wrong. I didn't center each one of, I'm not worried about this one, but I didn't center these to where I can line them up. So that didn't work out too well. But that's okay. It won't take too much. I'm just going to line these up. Very, very easy to line up. And then I will take some of my tape here. I'm going to tack these down. And then we are going to use some inks to color in our images. This looks like we have a couple berries, and then we have the poinsettia. For the poinsettia, I'm going to use 2 different colors of red. I have my Memento inks. I have rhubarb stalk and love letter. I'm going to mix them both together. Okay, and then I'm also going to bring in sweet plum for my berries. Just make it a little bit different. Since I'm doing 2 different colors, let me zoom in a little bit. Since I'm doing 2 different colors, I'm going to bring in some of my 2-inch post-it note tape. And we're going to do this in sections. And I'm going to mask off my berries there, and then also my pine cone here. I didn't notice that, but we're going to color in our pine cone too. So I'll take my darker red here, and I'm going to add a little color. I want to go light. Oh, that's just so pretty. I don't think I'm going to need my 2 different shades. I can just use this. And I can just intensify those colors with the one. It works out really well. Actually, it's really pretty. Okay, rhubarb stalk's done. I'll take sweet plum, and then this time I'll take this post-it note tape here, and I will cover up flower petals here. And I'll go over the berries with my purple. This is really pretty. Okay. And then we have the pine cone. And I'll bring in my rich cocoa ink, my brown ink for that. I'm going to go really dark with this layer. Okay, I'm going to remove my mask and my stencil. Ooh, that's going to be really pretty. And then, okay, I'm going to remove my tape and we'll add layer 2. And we just line it up. Very easy to line up. Use my red ink here. And then I'll bring in my purple for those berries. Stencil 2 is done. It's pretty quick and easy. I'll remove this. Add those same colors. Boy, this is really easy. This one I want to go kind of light. And I think I need to adjust my stencil here. I shifted. Okay, let's do. I got a little bit of red on these two berries, but I'm not concerned because it'll just add a little bit of extra color shading. But I am going to mask off my pine cone here. Wonderful. And then we'll bring back the brown ink and go over the pine cone here. I'm going to go over lighter this time. Okay. I'll remove this one. It's coming along beautifully. I just think that's gorgeous. We'll bring in our 4th stencil. We will add our brown, and I'm going to go really heavy on the bottom of this pine cone here on one side. Okay, I'll bring in my dandelion yellow ink for the poinsettia center. And then we'll remove this one, and then the last stencil we get to color in the leaves. Now for the leaves I have teal zeal, bamboo leaves, and cottage ivy. I have 3 different shades of green, and we will just line this last one up here. I'm going to first add my teal to the bottom of my holly. Actually, we'll go all the way up here. We'll add my teal, and then I'm going to add my bamboo leaves. I think I'm going to mask off my my leaves here, and we'll add a little bit of green. And then I will mask off my holly leaves. And I'm going to use my darker green, my cottage ivy, for this part over here. Wonderful. And then we can add some darker green. But I do want some areas with lighter green too. So I'll bring in I'm going to mix the light and dark inks. For my background. And I think that's just the right amount of green. Let's reveal here. Oh, that's really pretty. And that is our poinsettia flower. Okay, what I'm going to do next is I'm just going to color in the flower here. And then I will fussy cut around this image, and I will fussy cut this flower out. I fussy cut this floral out. I didn't bother doing the center like I did with the yellow here, only because I'm going to add some glitter to that. But I did fussy cut out an extra leaf. And if you wanted to make it easier, you could have actually fussy cut out just the points end of the leaf all at once. You wouldn't have had to do this. But I have greenery here, but I wanted extra greenery over on this side also. So that's why I did an extra holly leaf. Okay. I have a sentiment that says Happy Holidays. This was created with the Spellbinders. Merry Little Christmas Sentiments. Glimmer foil and die plate. I created a card with this, and I created some extra sentiments, and so I thought we would use this on our card today, and I'll link that video at the end of this video. So let's take this panel and put it on our card base, which is a standard A2 size card base. I'm going to put it to where the pine cone is up in this top left corner. And I do have a little bit of overfoiling here, so I'm going to use my sand eraser and just sand away some of that foiling. You'll also notice that on this flower I added some purple. Like I did the purple berries here, I wanted more purple. This is more of a red poinsettia. I wanted some purple edges. So I added a little bit more of my sweet plum to this flower versus this flower. Now the nice thing about me fussy cutting this out is you can make it even fuller by turning it any way you want on your card front. You can even offset it if you wanted to. Or you can layer it just as it is. It would be right here for some extra dimension. Now I do also want to mention that I took a marker. Since I foiled with my pewter foil, which is the brownish color, I thought a warm brown marker to go around the edges would give me a little bit more cleaner look. My fussy cutting is not that great, and so using a marker along the edges really does help clean it up, even on foiling. So I cleaned up the edges on both of my fussy cut images. Now I'm going to remove the release paper, and I'm going to offset it. I don't want it in the same exact spot. I want a little bit more fullness. So I'll add this, and then I put some small foam squares at the very top, and I'm going to add a little bit of glue at the very bottom. Since it's not a full holly leaf, I want to do a little tucking with this. So we'll tuck these under here. We have a little dimension there. Now after we have this done, we'll add our sentiment. I decided not to pop up my sentiment. Yeah, we will. Let's pop it up. I'm going to add some foam tape behind this sentiment. And then I will remove the release paper and we will add this on the bottom right corner here. And since we used ink on here, I think we're going to create like an a wintry poinsettia. So to do that, it's very easy, but I am going to need some scratch paper. Now next, to create the frothy look, I'm bringing in my Spellbinders glazing glue, and I'm going to add some to the very edges of the top layer of my poinsettia. Anywhere that I want some little extra clear glitter, I'm going to add some glazing glue. I'm also going to add it a little bit over my pine cone to give my pine cone some added dimension. And these berries down here. Okay, then we can do some magic with some clear glitter. This is just like a chunky glitter that I picked up at Walmart. I think Spellbinders has some of this, and if they do, I'll link it down below. But I'm just going to go over the areas that I put my glazing glue. This is going to give it a nice wintry look. I'm excited about this. Okay, and then I will tap off the excess. And so we have some nice sparkly glitter. I think that's just gorgeous. And I'm going to use my crystal mix. And we will fill in this flower center here so that we can't see any more white. Oh, that looks really pretty. In the crystal mix gems, there are some gems that have a little cloudy look to them, and then these ones down here have a little bit of a plummy look to them, so they fit perfectly with the colors that we chose today. That finishes my card today. We got some glistening, snowy look. And I hope you get a chance to check out the collection. Thanks so much for joining me. Everything is listed down below. Have a wonderful day, and we will see you soon. Bye-bye.